Hello everyone, welcome to X's and O's with LeRoy Butler, and we are here after the Miami game. And so I think one of the things they finally did well in this game was find ways to get the ball to Davante Adams. Davante Adams is now getting doubled almost all the time.
Yes.
You know, New England was the first team to really do it, and Miami did it a lot too.
Yes.
So what we had,
I think McCarthy figured out ways to beat a double team.
He did on this play.
Yes, he did.
He did on this play.
Yes, he did.
So
yes, he did.
It's 3rd and 4. So they have basically what's a 4 wide receiver formation with Jimmy Graham here, and then Aaron Jones in the back. I'll just take it a little bit, and then you can take it from there. So what they do is they motion 33 over here.
Right.
And that brings 55 over here, which tells Rodgers man-to-man coverage.
And that's the coverage we want you in.
Right.
So if you're Aaron Rodgers, you know one or two things. If it's a blitz and 47 is still here, you're good. You got enough people to pick him up. If he walks up, then you got to worry about Cameron Wake, but you're good there too. And you also, if 55 wants to come, you should be good. But again, the middle is open. A lot of teams have been doing that to the Packers for whatever reason. The middle's open. But you have a double team, but at this moment you don't really know where it's coming from. But the reason why I have Jimmy Graham in purple, but this is an unselfish play to set up the star. Okay? Because you use a star to set up a star, and this is Jimmy Graham not complaining about getting balls. He said, I'm going to run my route to open up for a friend. And I like the way this route was, because I haven't seen this on film yet. I'm sure they've run it before, but the way they run it with precise on this particular play on 3rd and 4, I think it caught Miami by surprise.
Okay, so where if you're looking at this, you probably think the double team is here, right?
Right.
Because you got the safety over the top, and this is a corner. This guy's just here to cover Aaron Jones, although he could go in there and give you some trouble.
And you got, and if you got speed outside, what you do on this play, you just run him off. You just run Scanlon off.
Go.
And just same with the two babies. I call them the babies. Now, if you're Aaron Rodgers, if you're in a shotgun and one of these guys beat these guys here and bump around, and he's open, you can give it to him if you want. Depends on what the safety does.
Right.
But now let's go back to the route, because I want to go to the picture first, and I'll talk to you about the route. The first picture, go to the first picture. That's the way they're all set up. So you got empty backfield sets. You have Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun, and he pretty much knows they're in man-to-man because the guy 55 followed Aaron Jones. Now you come back to the board. Something you pointed out that I thought was very key. You see Cameron Wake. He is way outside to get a better rush angle. But some teams will stand him up to jam Jimmy Graham. They will do that just to slow him down. But, you know, he's man-to-man with 47. Now, what you want to try to do first, you want to have Jimmy Graham fight through any traffic and come up and run like a deep over route. But at the same time, we're going to use him as a backstop. Now, once these routes come off, you want to have Davante Adams run a real nice, slow, methodical route to set this up so everything kind of passes through him. And when he comes through here, 28 was following him. I saw the safety trying to follow him as well. So there's your double team now.
There's your double.
There's your double. So if you wanted to, in a perfect world, you can look outside. There's your one-on-one if you have it. Or you could try to get the ball to Jones in the flat.
Yeah, except this guy came and just hugged him like it was a run. I don't know why he didn't get called for it, but anyway.
So there's a lot of things you could do. But what happened is when he was coming in, Tom, to come across, Jimmy Graham, 47, follows him, and he basically, they all run into each other right there. Davante Adams is wide open on the side.
Okay, let's take a look at the photos.
Let's look at the photo. See, look at that. You got Davante Adams coming at the top. He's coming over.
There you see the double team at the top. So that corner is following him right about the 37, and then that safety on the top is coming in to do the double team. And there's Graham right at the 35. So now let's go to the next
photo. Now that's an unselfish one. You got 3 guys that pretty much stopped in the middle of the field. Nobody's on your best player.
Right.
And arguably one of the best receivers since he's, been around, really. I mean, the guy scores a lot of touchdowns, Davante Adams. He does not get the attention that AB gets up in Pittsburgh. But this guy's phenomenal the way he sets this route up. Because if he had run too fast, now that safety is going to try to take a different angle to go over the top and cut him off. But he was running a nice controlled speed to let the safety know, well, I don't know where he's going. And by then, Jimmy Graham is where he's supposed to be right at the 40, and it's a great route.
And the thing is, all you need is 4 yards here.
Right.
And him crossing like that, you just put it in his hands. He's already past the line of scrimmage, as you can see.
Absolutely.
And then we'll look at the next one, and there he is. And he winds up with a big gain, which was negated a little bit because St. Brown made a bad
And those are the hits that we don't
block.
want in the league, and I'm sure they'll talk to him about that.
Right.
I don't know if he'll be fined, but some people even thought he should be ejected. But back to the play, you have to design ways to get Davante Adams the ball.
Yeah.
And off of that, Aaron goes through his progression. He's better than that than anyone. If for some reason this guy came over and they doubled him, you still got other guys you can get the ball to.
Right.
Especially one of the babies outside, they can just outrun anybody.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things you can do.
I also like the fact that if they would have kept Jones here, you never know what this linebacker would have done.
It'd have been too crowded in there.
Yeah, so they made him get out.
Yeah.
And that helped clear out the middle. So that's a well-designed play.
Yeah, I think so.
Something
I think McCarthy did a great job of getting this guy the ball.
They need to continue to do.
I agree.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at Seattle's offense next. So let's go to the board and take a look at this play from the Seattle-LA game. Really impressive design here. As we always know, Seattle, with Russell Wilson at quarterback, he's always a threat to run. And you have to honor that threat. They're going to run some read option stuff here. So here it was a 2nd and 2 play at the 18, and they're loaded up on this side. And at the start of the play, they make it look like it's going to be a run to this side. All the linemen kind of
it's zone blocking.
Slant. Right? Okay. So, as you pointed out, I think it was Lockett who came out and made it look like it could be one of those RPOs where he fakes it, throws it
Just
here,
throws
and it's
it
a
to him.
screen.
Yeah.
This guy had come down here, I guess to give him another look or a blitz look. I'm not sure exactly why he came down, but
and see, that's the thing about it. When you do this kind of stuff, it kind of gives you kind of an illusion of what's going on. But remember, Russell Wilson has a different offensive coordinator. He had one coordinator for a long time, so the philosophy is different. His old coordinator will give him just say, hey, look, just run it. But now he's going to actually read the guy. The guys that are in a pickle the two linebackers backside.
Right.
But I can see this in a perfect world, this being Clay Matthews.
Yes. Let's put him in parentheses, Clay Matthews.
Yes, because I can see them doing that. That's how you slow down a rush. You try to make a guy think on the run. And what happens is, and you're right about the blocking scheme, basically everything collapsed down. When Russell steps up to give to Penny, now remember, Penny is the 3-down back, the quick back. They throw passes to him. If that's Davis or Carson, it's a good chance they'll run more power stuff inside. But with this is perfect. You got two fast guys on two linebackers. So now this linebacker, this outside linebacker, 50, he comes upfield, he has to make a decision.
Right.
Do I just stay upfield and get the quarterback, or do I collapse down and get the running back?
Right, because this could be a fake where he fakes it and then goes around this end.
Yes.
Wilson. Or it could be a quick hitter up the middle.
It could be that too.
He's got to make that decision. Which do I go after?
And then, as you pointed out, that 58 took one little jab step. That's all they hope you take.
Yeah, right.
Because now you got to reverse out, and it's too late. I just remember Colin Kaepernick running these plays. It was just hard to defend because the NFL has never seen a guy run it so fluently.
Right.
But again, he could just stand up and throw it out here to Lockett, who has a lot of speed, Or he can do the same thing. He can fake it in one motion and hit Doug Baldwin on the end route. So there's a lot going on this particular play. But back to the play. I want to go to the pictures first, the second picture.
Here's
when you
the
see
first
that, that's the first. That's the first. Now that's tough. There you got 50 coming off the edge. And you got 58. He's already taken the jab step.
Yep.
He has to figure out, it's basically a 2-on-2 at this point.
Yeah.
So they have to be coached up. You take the fullback, I'll take the quarterback, or you take the fullback, I'll take vice versa.
Right.
But it seems like it hasn't been explained on this particular formation, and the results are what we're going to tell you in a minute. But back to the board, here's the good thing about it. When Russell puts it into his belly, at that point you don't really know. Because he's really looking, you know, at the defensive end, which is 50. As soon as you're up the field, he gives it to him. And once he gives it to him, he breaks out. And if the 58 can't make that play, that's the result.
Not a chance. And so you see that giant hole between 50 and
oh my goodness.
58.
Yes.
And, you know, that guy's not going to catch him. And 50 is totally committed to Russell Wilson.
Yes.
You see Lockett up there. He was ready for that screen, but he didn't get
he's
it.
open.
And Penny just has to beat that one guy who's already taken a step to his right and is at a disadvantage, and then we'll see him just finish this thing off.
And that's the good thing about it. And the one thing about the blocking scheme, their linemen, none of them went downfield. Sometimes they'll go downfield till they block like it's a bubble screen or something, but they sustain their blocks. So if you're a safety and everybody's blocked up, you got to play action, make sure you got to get deep. But in this case, that bubble screen fake held the safety on this side.
It did.
So when it held everybody on this side, all you want is one-on-one with your running back with the linebacker coming at an angle, and that's what you're going to get. If this, and plus the reciprocal, if this is Aaron Jones and their outside linebacker, they're going to get the same, going to be the same opportunity. If they don't play it right, that's a touchdown.
This I learned from you, and I apply it to everything, is, know what your defense is, because really this guy, like you always say, you can't make a play over here.
Impossible.
So if this guy would have just stayed, right here, and this guy just stayed, all your gaps are covered.
Yes.
Then this guy just, plays it halfway, and either 58 gets the running back or 50 gets the quarterback. But everybody's in a hurry to get to where they think the ball is going, right?
Yep.
And that's what you're taking advantage of.
Absolutely. You got to just read your keys until the most dangerous guy with the ball is on their side.
Yeah.
So stay with the ball if you're a linebacker. Read the guards and stay with the ball, and you'll be fine.
And know that you got things covered.
Everything's covered up
you
front.
don't have to, you have to know where your defense is playing, I think. And sometimes you lose sight of that, and I'm sure we'll see something like this.
Oh, yeah. You're going to see this against Cal Facro, and you're going to see it against Matthew.
Yes.
So we just told them how to play it, so they should
be
fine.
This time it could be, they could go to the read option.
That's exactly right.
They could hit that Baldwin route. Whatever,
yeah, it's three or four things you can do on it. But if you close these gaps down first, they have nothing.
Right,
yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, well, maybe we'll see that play on Thursday night, and hopefully you learned something today.
And thank you to all our veterans. We love you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, we couldn't do this. So thank you very much.
And thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll be back next week.
Bye.